Constantine by director Francis Lawrence. I know now that this is based on a comic book character. Looked into that. It's kind of like Hellboy, but human, I guess. The guy, it's kind of a dick. Cool character, though, given the premise. This movie isn't exactly that character, I don't think. As a standalone film, this is actually a decent supernatural horror thriller kind of thing. As an adaptation, I don't know the Constantine character that well, but if it's as accurate as the director did with Will Smith's I Am Legend adaptation, well, seriously, dude, how can you fuck up that softball? But the big question is, it looks like Lawrence gets to finally tackle the Richard Bachman, aka Stephen King, story, The Long Walk, coming out here at the end of 2025. And how is he going to handle that? Lawrence also did the majority of the Hunger Games series, which in retrospect has many of the same themes. So he has practice. Let's just hope he doesn't blaspheme it like he did with Richard Matheson's I Am Legend. Seriously? The Last Man on Earth and the Omega Man already bastardized it enough. Why would you do the same? Stick to the fucking story. So simple. Okay, back to the movie at hand. John Constantine. Kind of a supernatural private investigator. Sometimes exorcist, sometimes seance bro. Always chain smoking. But things seem to be getting a bit more evil lately. And a local LA detective who just lost her sister to suicide gets tied up into this escalating shit show. It's not going well for the human side of things as craziness of biblical proportions play out. Again, whatever source material aside, this actually does set up a pretty good standalone supernatural action movie. Yeah. I know I'm a hypocrite when considering what I just said about Richard Matheson adaptations, but that wasn't a comic book, so piss off. Decent characters here, good drama and pacing, cool effects. Keanu does okay as the character, I guess. Maybe he is the weakest link here in that regard, but the supporting actors are all pretty good in their respective roles, particularly Peter Stormare as he chews the scenery with such relish. Love it. So, great scenes. I'm going to have to say the extended opening of the movie, 2 scenes, sets the setting and the tone perfectly for the rest of the film. Minimal dialogue, intriguing scenarios, gets you fucking into the movie perfectly. Source material. Because of this, when I saw it a ways back, looked into the source material, a DC comic character apparently. Didn't actually read any of the comics. But then a TV series popped up eventually, and I watched that, and it wasn't horrible. But it definitely is a different character than what we see here from Keanu. I don't hold it against him, though. So, for story and look, I'll give it 4.5 beers each. It's a good entertaining ride from start to finish, even with the pretty dark thematics going on. It might not be the DC Constantine, but it kind of fills that X-Files void in some respects for just kind of entertaining supernatural apocalypse shit. Yeah. Cheers.